Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news, insights, and updates from the world of football. The UEFA Nations League is one such premier competition between the countries in Europe to compete for glory, to compete for silverware, and become the dominant force in European football. For many years, we have seen that most of these countries have dominated world football. Their performances in the FIFA World Cup and even in the European Championship have been outstanding. And yet again, we saw a very thrilling final between two heavyweights of European football. This time it was between Spain and France, and I was expecting a really close match because if you see both teams, they have come through some very tough fixtures, and the final was always going to be in terms of pace, in terms of tactics, and in terms of physicality, it was going to be top notch. And as a neutral, I'm sitting here and thinking to myself, this can also go all the way till penalties, and I wouldn't be surprised because in the Euros they didn't meet, and I was expecting a very close match because you have quality players on both sides. You have the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Karim Benzema, and Antoine Griezmann who have been in the form of their lives. And on the other hand, this is a very young Spanish team, a team which has been molded by Luis Enrique, and it is very good to see players, young players such as Gavi and Pedri, who have taken the limelight. They just have grabbed the opportunity with both hands, and it is very exciting to see them flourish. So I was expecting a very close match, and as the game panned out, it was as expected because both teams were very compact at the back, and I was expecting both teams to go on the counter attack, especially France because they have the pace of Mbappe, the trickery of Karim Benzema who can make those off the ball runs, and Antoine Griezmann can just pick up those small pockets in the midfield and pull the strings. So it was going to be a battle between France's counter-attacking ability and Spain's defense, and how Spain can counter that attack and also go on the attack themselves. So as a neutral, I was thinking to myself, it has so many exciting tactical battles, and yet again we saw how the pace of Kylian Mbappe can cause all sorts of problems. In the backline, Eric Garcia was on toast. He had no clue whatsoever, and on many occasions we saw Mbappe was kind of overrunning the ball, and it was something which we have not used to seeing him in the past. And I was thinking to myself, if a goal has to come, it can come either through Mbappe's brilliance or one error by Spain. And once again, we saw how Luis Enrique tweaked the lineup. He sat with Busquets sitting just behind the defense, and it was a very compact back three for Spain. And I was expecting the same with France. Presnel Kimpembe and even Varane got an unfortunate injury for France, so it was very unfortunate. Even though he got injured, France stayed resurrect. But in the first half, I couldn't see many clear-cut chances because both teams know how the opposition plays, and it was always going to be difficult to break the lines. However, in the second half, we saw a very transformed Spain. They were going more on the front foot, having purposeful possession, and it was always leading to balls whipped into the box and creating all sorts of havoc in the French defense. And that's exactly how the goal came. Oyarzabal is one such player who, even if you give a small inch of space, can fire a shot past the keeper, and that's exactly what he did. He stayed composed and he fended off the defender to put the ball in the back of the net in the far post. Now you're thinking it's 1-0 and Spain can be very vulnerable because if you give a team like France a sniff of a chance, they can always come back, and that was evident in France's previous match against Belgium. They were 2-0 down and they happened to win the match 3-2. So once again we saw a very brilliant goal by Karim Benzema, a man who has been in red hot form. Sometimes he's very underrated, but as a striker he's the complete package. He whipped in a very good curler from around, I think it was 25 yards. Once again Mbappe with the assist, and it's 1-1. So now you're thinking the game is more open. You are, trying to see the spaces which the opposition is leaving behind, and As the game wore on, the Spanish defense looked quite tired, they looked weak, and they were out of ideas. And every time France was having the ball, they were looking to stretch the Spanish backline. And the winner for France eventually came through an error. It was an Eric Garcia deflection, which actually, kept Kylian Mbappe onside. And the young superstar knows how to score goals. And once again, he delivered on the big stage. Once again, it's a final, and Kylian Mbappe has scored for France. With that, it's 2-1 and it's game over. So, as a neutral, I was really excited to see France win. It was a very competitive match. On the same hand, I was just thinking to myself, Spain have really improved, and as a neutral, I feel very happy the progress which they have made. They could have easily fallen down after the golden generation, but I'm sure with the likes of Gavi and Pedri and even Oyarzabal, they have a very good potent attack, and even the likes of Dani Olmo can come off the bench and create some magic. So it was all in all a very very exciting UEFA Nations League final, and I was really good. It was really good to see how France was actually trying to win one more glory or silverware after their World Cup triumph. And for football fans like us, we all want to see a very very competitive match. So I am extremely delighted, guys. Please let me know what do you think. Who was your man of the match, and did France deserve to win, or it was a comedy of errors which led to the goal? It can be debatable, but at the end of the day, I think the deserving team won. And please drop in your comments if you think that France will be the favorites for next year's World Cup. And for regular updates from the world of football, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next time, stay safe and take care.